What is going on, YouTube people? The NBA preseason has arrived, and the card market is already going nutty. We're a week in, it's the preseason. These games don't count. These games don't matter. And Jordan Poole has already put his application in for ultra trendy hobby players. Poole and KPJ are the gatekeepers, and they have allowed him access to the Heisman house. Or at least that's what it feels like. Jordan Poole got a ton of buzz filling in for Klay Thompson. I've seen him compared to this year's Taylor Horton-Tucker. I think this is a little different just based off the fact that he's actually going to get starting playing time, whereas Horton-Tucker, that was not the case. But I do think if you have Jordan Poole, you should probably be selling right now. Once Klay comes back, he's going to take that job back, and Poole will be sixth man, and you could probably buy his cards back cheaper later. His Silver Prism Raw is up 100% in the last 7 days. His PSA 10 is up 62%. Like, these prices probably are not sustainable, and if you got into him cheap, then just take the profit and run. He is not a player I would be buying now at current market prices. There's a couple other guys I want to hit on really quick. In addition to Poole, but the preseason stuff is just crazy. And it's going to be the same names that we always talk about because for whatever reason, these are the hobby darlings. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Silver Prism, this is his PSA 10 as well, is up 20% on the week. He's fighting for a starting job. It sounds like he's probably going to win it. I've actually always really liked Nah. I had some of his stuff. I'm pretty sure I sold it. I actually need to double check. I had some raw silvers of his, but I'm pretty sure I moved him last year when he got trendy. He's just one of those guys that anytime we get playing time, whether it was preseason, bubble games, summer league, whatever, or towards the end of the season when the Pelicans were all busted up, he would always put up big numbers, and then his prices would always spike, and then they would immediately fall back down again. He's very inconsistent. I would actually like him more than Poole, to be quite honest with you. His silver at 260 versus Poole's at 325. I think I would actually rather have Nickeil Alexander-Walker. But like Poole, I also don't want to be really buying at this price. These are the guys that you stock up over the offseason, not buy the hype once the preseason spike has already kicked in. Moving down the line of ultra trendy players that everybody loves, this one straight out of my wheelhouse, Kevin Porter Jr., John Wall's done. He's not going to play. KPJ has come out firing on all cylinders already in the preseason. He's going to get a ton of shots, a ton of playing time. It's him and Jalen Green and pretty much nobody else on that squad, at least for ball handlers. Yes, they have a lot of big guys, Christian Wood, Sengun, and a few other guys. But Green and Porter are going to be the two dominant guys with the ball in their hands and scoring a ton of points. And the hobby loves KPJ. He does anything remotely good, and his prices go crazy, and we're already seeing that in the preseason. Up 12% on PSA 10 silver, up 60% on his raw prices. Including raw here because the pop counts are kind of low on a lot of these guys. Like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, his prices, or his pop is only 571. Poole's is only 386, so I threw the raw comp in there, just to give an idea on spike on raw cards, because there's not a lot of PSA slab stuff on some of these guys. And this is stuff that is probably sitting in the backlog. I can guarantee you there are Nickeil Alexander-Walker silvers sitting in the PSA backlog. So that pop report will expand on those guys as well. So that's something to keep in mind. Tyler Herro, this is an interesting one. I don't really put him in the hobby darlings category anymore. He's graduated above like the Bulls of the world. He's actually done it in the playoffs. I take that a lot more seriously. The interesting thing here is his Optic Hollow's gone up quite a bit. PSA 10's up almost 20%. The Raw's up 40%. But his Prism Silver has not really moved at all. The Prism Silver, both Raw and PSA, tend to be comparable on comps. Silver's only up 5% in the PSA 10, and Raw's only up 1%. That just seems a little strange to me. I'm guessing it was just that the Optic Hollow was so much cheaper. Yeah, that got up to 160 in a PSA 10 compared to the silver at 423. So that almost feels more like a market correction than anything else. He has played extremely well in the preseason, but I just don't know how many shots he's going to get once the real games start. And then that's going to be the problem with him. Honestly, if I had Herro, I would probably be selling into the hype as well now. If he gets stuck with the sixth man role, that's fine and all, but how many sixth men have a ton of hobby value? Not a lot, in my opinion. So he would be another one. I would be looking to sell the hype on any of these other guys too. The only one that really intrigues me is Kevin Porter Jr. Maybe I'm biased on that, but just to me, he has the biggest ability to have monster games, and we've seen what his prices can get to, and he just has a massive cult following. I still wish the Cavs never got rid of him. I know he's a head case, and then there is also that factor with him in regards to actually holding KPJ. The dude is just straight nuts. So we have another week of preseason to go. The real games start, I believe, October 19th or 20th or something like that. So another little over a week to go. We'll see where the prices go and as the market continues to shift. But it's just, the Jordan Poole is the perfect example that there's still, as smart as the hobby gets, there's still plenty of money to be made here when his prices go crazy. And this is something you could have seen coming, that he was going to get the playing time. He got a bump in prices last year when he got a little bit of PT and got some shots up towards the end of the season. I remember actually sold a bunch of his stuff because he had a couple big games, and I sold a ton of his stuff. I don't remember what I ended up getting for it, but I had like Optic Color and some other stuff that I moved off of when he spiked, so I don't currently own any Jordan Poole. Actually, I lied. I have some Jordan Poole on Star Stock. I did go buy some Jordan Poole on Star Stock. It was a matter of the market was sleeping on it again. For whatever reason, people on Star Stock just care about base and silvers. And when prices really spike up, you could find deals on the non-trendy parallels. So I got some Star Stock A greens for like 50% of what they're going for on eBay. So I don't know if I'm going to have them shipped home and just sell them or keep them on Star Stock. I haven't decided yet. I have like one listed now just to kind of see what happens. But yeah, NBA preseason is here. Market prices are going crazy on guys getting run. Additional guys playing well. Like Lucas played extremely well so far. Jaws played extremely well so far. But I think those guys get buried because their prices are already where they're supposed to be. This is just in air quotes, corrections, because these guys are popping off. So see what happens when the real game starts. That's all I have for you guys and girls. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to check out Market Movers, the link is in the description down below. Peace.